Okay, so one thing that I skipped in the last video that I wanted to touch on before we move on to the next type of parent function is I wanted to give you a real life example of a constant function. So there aren't a lot of good ones, but the best one that I could kind of think through and come up with is, let's say that you're at a bookstore and it's a donation-based bookstore. So again, this analogy won't be perfect, but hopefully the point comes across. So let's say, so your input, right, or really your X value is going to be your monetary donation. And let's say no matter what you donate, you're always going to get out one book. So your range or your output is always going to be one, and book is kind of the unit, right? But your numerical output is always going to be one. And this here would be called domain, which I didn't label. Let me label that. Okay, so I feel like that is a pretty good example. So again, just to recap, let's just do a little XY table. Let's say you make a $10 donation. What are you going to get out? You're going to get out one book. Let's say you make a $1 donation. What are you going to get out? You're going to get out one book, right? Let's say you give a $5 donation. What are you going to get out? You're going to get out one book. Now, the limitation to this, which I didn't actually think through until I'm actually teaching this out loud, unfortunately, is that in my real life example, it wouldn't fully make sense because you can't donate negative dollars. So, really, what I've done here is I haven't really given you a true example of a constant function because I didn't account for donating a negative amount, right? That would be effectively like going into the bookstore and them paying you. So really what I did instead is I have more of a function that starts at 0 and goes like that. So again, I hope that makes sense. I know it's not a perfect example, but the main idea is that no matter what you put in, you would always get the same thing out. So hopefully that's my main point, and hopefully that came across. All right, thanks for watching.